Hi guys, welcome to this new course, plus 101 ways to profit from drones. This is a very special course for me. I'm creating this to start this year a new wave of income generating ideas, a new set of ideas, a new set of goals for those of you who want to profit from your drone knowledge, or that you have already a base industry and you want to create more sources of income. I think this course will be very useful for you because I'm gonna cover all the steps necessary, all the suggestions necessary to profit from drones. I'm gonna explore more than 100 ways of creating income with drones. No matter if you are a beginner, an intermediate, or an advanced student, or advanced drone professional, all of us can profit from our knowledge in drones, and depending on your status and on your business, you will be able to create more income from one of these ideas rather than others. This course was mainly inspired by one book that I really love. It's called 1000 Ways to Make $1,000 by F.C. Winokur. If you haven't read it, I highly suggest that you do. He covers up 1000 ways to create $1,000. That means that no matter your situation, there are plenty of ideas in the world that you can take, operate, and profit from. So based on that, I took that same approach, that same basic idea, and tried to expand it to the drone industry. And you might wonder why the seed tutor tries to cover up the drone industry. Because the drone industry, in my opinion, has the highest earning potential of the industries in the future. Because it can be used in many other industries such as construction, agriculture, mining, oil and gas, utilities, real estate, promotion, marketing. It has so many variants that it's amazing the power that drones can have, not only in the future. Right now we're seeing it. We're seeing growth of 200%, 300% depending on the industry. So it's amazing the power that drones, the impact that drones are having in our world today. So this is why I wanted to focus on, especially on drones, not on other growing industries, for example, cryptocurrencies or forex trading, because that market it's really full, it's well explored. It doesn't have that many variants, even though you can create profit and a lot of profit, a lot of income from those industries. But with the drones, you can expect superb returns in the future because it's an ever-growing industry for this next 5 to 10 years, and it also has many possibilities to explore. And in some countries, depending on your geographical location, there might not be that application in your industry, and you will be able to generate that impact in the industry that you're looking for, and you can excelsior in your industry. That's the goal, the main goal of this course. And I'm very excited about the creation of this course because I think it can really add value to your industry, to your profession, to your career. And I wanted to explore as many ways possible to create income from drones. I put in the title that is more than 101, but in reality, we're almost into 200 ways to making profit from drones. So I hope you enjoy this course. I hope you stay tuned. And I have divided this course in many industries, in several different industries. So for the people who are more likely to go to one industry in particular, can focus on that class rather than other industries in which they don't feel that comfortable with. But if you are expanding, trying to expand and open your mind about the different possibilities of profit generation that drones might have in your company, I really recommend that you go through all the classes so you can see and try to understand all those practical suggestions that I have tried to cover up in all different industries, in all the main industries, because as you will see, there are other secondary industries that can increase the amount of ways to create profit, but they're not as mainstream and they may not have that same impact as the one that I expose. I try to select the ones that I think will have the highest impact on the industry. So you don't have to believe me about the future of drone industry. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. I'm trying to first make some remarks about the drone industry, about the impact that will create on the future. So first of all, I would like to cover up some of the main statistics. Drones are here to stay. There's no question about it. The number of drones is expected to double or even more next year to more than 2.4 million units. Imagine that 2.4 million drones flying in our skies at once. Globally, there are more than 3 million drones sold in 2017. So imagine the impact that this will cause in the future, the increase in the amount of drones sold. The drone industry is expected to grow more than, listen to this, $82.1 billion in annual revenue by 2025. This will be largely driven by the consumer market, according to the economic report. That means that the drone consumption will increase as much as $82.1 billion in 2025. So imagine, I'm starting with the income generating ideas here. Imagine if you opened a drone selling store or a drone selling and support and tech support store. Imagine the possibilities that you might cover up. So I'm just getting ahead of the possibilities about this drone industry. The FAA recently announced that there were more than 122,000 commercial drones pilots in early 2018, combined with the 807, and the amount of hobbies is almost 8 times this number. So in total, there were more than 1 million of drone total registrations. And the global UAV sense and avoid system market anticipated to reach $3.6 billion by 2022. Businesses and civil governments spent $13 billion on drones between now and 2020. So this industry is a very expanding industry. Some might say that they don't compete in that special niche, but think about the possibilities of becoming, for example, tech support or a reseller of drones. You can get some percentage of this large industry. So, for example, the FAA projects that we'll reach almost 2.5 million drones sold by 2020. The number of amounts, the number of drones that are being sold in the U.S. It's currently growing. It's steadily growing, and it will continue to grow by 2022. So, and then it will start to a constant more lower but still constant growth. So this means that the drone trend it's only gonna stay for the next 5 to 10 years. So we might as well do something about it. And the commercial drone use in the United States, it's also projected to increase. We can see an increase in the high end projection and in the low end projection by 2022. This means that the drone industry it's gonna grow a little bit more. It's gonna be expanding, and you all know what participating in an expanding industry can create. It creates wealth. So it is our duty to invent and create more and more ways to profit from this growing industry right now. Some of the benefits that drones might have in your industry, in your special niche, is that they increase the safety in the construction site for in a factor of 55%. That means that construction sites that includes introduced drones in their planning increase the safety by 55%. More than 100 lives were saved from drones. More than 1,000 acres of farmland that can be inspected in one day from a drone. Imagine the impact that these have in the agriculture system. More than 5,000 units of blood were delivered by a drone in Rwanda in 2017. And also, 98% the cut in surveying time for a 12-acre property from 100 hours down to 2. That's in the surveying industry. And 68% how much faster homes with aerial pictures sold than those without. We're talking now in the real estate market. So as you can see, the impact that our drones are having in our society are amazing, are incredible, and they're still growing. We're still in time to catch up with this trend, and that's why it's very important to create and improve all the ways possible to create profit from drones, but not profit just for the profit itself, because from the profit comes the innovation and it comes the improvement of each way. All the ways that I'm going to expose here in this course can be upgraded, can be improved, can be enhanced, and that's why I want to share them, because sharing them creates a network of people thinking in the same ways, thinking how to improve and how to enhance all the procedures and to optimize process. That's why it's very important to create networks of drones uh, businessmen. And we've seen how commercial drones are being used for several purposes. We can see that for real estate and photography, they're about half of the use of drones. We have industrial inspections in 28%, agricultural industry 17%, insurance 4%, and state and local governments 3%. So my first advice here will be to focus on the less attended industries because they're the ones that need more attention and that can be improved in a better way. We have high competition in the real estate and photography industry, and we have low competition in the local government's industry. But at the same time, the amount of money in the real estate and photography business might be more lucrative than the local government. So it is a matter of you analyzing also your surroundings and your current geographical situation, and depending on that you can choose and decide on which industries you will excel. The top drawn job opportunities we can see here, we have construction, agriculture, insurance, oil and gas, and in surveillance or police activity. These are the industries that are growing the fastest. For example, in construction sites, we're seeing more than 200% of growth of drones from the last year to compared to this year. In oil and gas, we've seen also more than 100% increase in drone use. And in surveillance, believe it or not, many countries are opting for a drone-based surveillance systems for their borders. So it's very important that we have taken this into account because if you become the supplier or the inspector for your local authorities, you might create also a very good job or profit opportunity. And let me be very clear with this. I'm not talking profit just for the money creation, just for the profit itself. As I said before, when I was focusing this course, I wanted to explore all different ways to create income and profit from drones, but also with an angle of improving each of the way, of improving and enhancing each of the possible procedures that can lead to income in that particular industry. So these ways are up to upgrade, up to enhancement. That's the most important thing that I wanted to include in this course. So I hope you've enjoyed this class. I hope you've seen the potential that the drone industry has and will have. For me, the most important thing is that you know that we have more years to come with drone growth, and you might as well be part of it. So I hope you've enjoyed this class. I will see you in the next one where we'll start to explore all the different ways.